Lisa Briggs of the Brewers Company is here taking your plant and garden questions. The number 608-270-9933. We're talking bulbs here.
Yeah, we are. So summer blooming bulbs. This is a calla lily.
Beautiful.
It is. They come in white. People used to put them in, maybe still do, in bridal bouquets, but they come in a lot of different colors. Yellow, oranges, deep purples, this lovely pink. The thing that's fun about callas is that you can grow them now. You can start them now and then have them blooming in pots in the summer.
Really?
And so, yeah, it is a summer blooming bulb. So like gladiolas and begonias, the bulb won't necessarily survive over the winter. So you can either, dig it up and save it, or you can just treat it as an annual. But kind of a fun thing to do now.
Leave it in the pot, you could bring it in?
Yes, you can have it go through a dormancy period just like you do with any of those summer blooming bulbs.
All right, let's get to the phones. We'll start with Janice from Jefferson. Hi, Janice.
Yes.
What's your question?
My question is, how do I get rid of moss in my flower beds?
Well, Janice, I would guess that your flower beds where the moss is are probably a little damp. Not great drainage, probably shady, and those are the conditions that moss likes. The good news is that moss doesn't hurt your plants, but the way to get rid of it would be to improve the conditions of the soil. So you could scrape it up and maybe add some compost. Anything like a mossicide that's going to kill the moss will also affect the other plants that are in there, so I don't recommend that in a flower bed. Or you could just embrace your moss. I was on the West Coast a few years ago and saw a moss garden. It was beautiful.
Well.
And what about lime? I always heard that lime was supposed
It can
to
sweeten
help.
the soil, but ultimately what it's going on is that your soil is damp and it's shady and cool, and the moss just likes that. So the lime might help a little bit, but it won't cure the problem long term.
Okay, thanks for the call. I have lime growing on my driveway.
Yes, and that's where you would use a mossicide.
Okay. All right, let's go to Noreen in Madison. Hi, Noreen, what's your question?
I have amaryllis.
Mm-hmm.
What should I do with it?
Okay, Noreen, so amaryllis are a really beautiful Christmas holiday blooming plant. What you can do is once the flower stalks are done, cut those stalks back to the base of the bulb, and you'll have these strappy leaves. Just keep those leaves going all summer. And then in September, I'll remind everybody what to do with it from then to do a dormancy period. You can also put them outside. They quite like being outside in the summertime.
All right, stay tuned for further instructions.
Further instructions, right.
Let's go to Sue in Merrimack. Hi, Sue.
Hi.
What's your question?
I was wondering, I have a sago palm, S-A-G-O, and it's got lots of babies coming out of the bottom. What do I do with those?
Oh, I don't know. You can probably root them. I don't know for sure how to do that.
Okay.
You can contact our plant desk at brucecompany.com, and Scott will be in tomorrow. We can look at it and give you some instructions. I would guess that it's fairly specific, so not kind of advice that I'm prepared to give you right now, but you will answer it later for sure.
So just...
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, they probably have little babies because it's kind of like a bulb-like structure.
So call the plant desk tomorrow.
Call the plant desk or email today.
Okay. All right, let's go to Diane in Sun Prairie. Hi, Diane. What's your question?
Question is, how do I keep my poinsettia plant going?
Okay, well, poinsettias are tricky. They are a euphorbia. They're a plant that likes hot, dry weather, which we don't have in our houses. And then to get it to color up again next holidays, there's a whole process for it with like complete darkness and complete sunlight. At certain times of the day, there's a schedule to go for. Right now, to keep it going through the rest of the season, you're going to want to have it in a warm spot. You're going to want to let it dry out completely between waterings. If it's in like one of those fancy foil things, make sure that there's a drainage so it's not sitting in water.
Okay, but it's probably not going to get red or...
No, that's really difficult to get it to do. That's why people have greenhouses.
Yeah. All right, we're out of time. Stay on the line if you're on the phone, because this will talk to you off the air.
I will.
See you next time.
Yeah.